Imagine waking up one day and realizing you have a superpower, a power so strong it can change your whole life. Sounds like something from a movie, right? But what if I told you this power is real and it's inside you right now? That's right. You have a hidden strength that's just waiting to be unleashed, and once you know how to tap into it, nothing can stop you. This is your inner power, and it's time to wake it up. Think about it. Have you ever felt stuck, like you're trying your best but nothing seems to work? Maybe you've had big dreams, but something always holds you back. Or perhaps you've watched others succeed and wondered, why not me? Well, I've got news for you. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is this hidden power inside you. And today, we're going to unlock it. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but what exactly is this inner power? Don't worry, we're going to dive deep into that. We'll talk about what this power really is, why it's been sleeping inside you, and most importantly, how to wake it up. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to start your own incredible journey of self-discovery and growth. So, are you ready to become unstoppable? Let's begin. Let's start by talking about what inner power really means. It's not about being the strongest person in the room or having the loudest voice. Inner power is something much deeper and more powerful. It's the strength that comes from truly knowing yourself and believing in your abilities. It's the courage to face your fears and keep going even when things get tough. And it's the wisdom to make choices that align with your true self. Think of inner power like a muscle. We all have muscles, right? But not everyone has big, strong muscles. Why? Because not everyone exercises them. Inner power works the same way. We all have it, but most of us don't use it to its full potential. It's like having a supercomputer, but only using it to check email. There's so much more it can do. Now, here's the exciting part. Once you start tapping into this inner power, amazing things begin to happen. You'll find yourself feeling more confident. You'll start achieving goals you once thought were impossible. And you'll begin to see the world in a whole new way. It's like putting on glasses for the first time and realizing how clear everything can be. But why don't we use this power all the time? Well, that's what we're going to explore next. There are things in our modern life that can block this power, like a dam holding back a mighty river. And just like that river, once we remove those blocks, our inner power can flow freely, changing everything in its path. Now let's talk about why so many of us feel stuck or powerless in our lives. In today's world, we're always busy. We rush from one thing to the next, always checking our phones, always worrying about what's coming up. It's like we're on a never-ending treadmill, running and running, but never really getting anywhere. This constant rush creates a big problem. We're so focused on the outside world that we forget to look inside ourselves. We get caught up in what other people think, what we see on social media, and what we think we should be doing. It's like we're living our lives on autopilot, not really thinking about what we truly want or who we really are. And you know what? This way of living takes a toll on us. Many people feel stressed all the time. They lie awake at night, worrying about work or money or relationships. Some people feel anxious, always fearing that something bad might happen. And others just feel lost, like they're drifting through life without any real purpose or direction. These feelings, stress, anxiety, being lost, they're like heavy weights that we carry around. And these weights do more than just make us feel bad. They actually block our inner power. It's like trying to run a race with heavy boots on. No matter how strong you are, those boots are going to slow you down. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be this way. All these problems, all these blocks, they're not permanent. They're not part of who you really are. They're just habits and patterns that we've picked up along the way. And just like we learned these habits, we can unlearn them too. Think about a cloudy day. The sun is always there, right? It doesn't go away just because there are clouds. Our inner power is just like that sun. It's always there, shining brightly inside us. The stress, the anxiety, the feeling of being lost, these are just clouds blocking the sun. And once we learn how to clear away these clouds, our inner power can shine through. So, how do we clear away these clouds? How do we unblock our inner power and let it flow freely? That's exactly what we're going to talk about next. We're going to uncover the hidden truth about your inner power, and I promise you, it's going to change the way you see yourself and the world around you. But before we do that, I want you to take a moment and think about your own life. Have you been feeling stuck, stressed, anxious, lost? If you have, know that you're not alone. Many people feel this way, but also know that these feelings are not your true self. They're just clouds blocking your inner sun, and we're about to learn how to make those clouds disappear. Remember, you have a power inside you that's greater than any problem you face. It's been there all along, waiting for you to discover it. And today, we're taking the first step on that amazing journey of discovery. Now let's move on to the exciting part. Let's uncover the hidden truth about your inner power and learn how to awaken it. Are you ready to discover just how incredible you really are? Let's go. All right, it's time to reveal the big secret, the hidden truth that can change everything for you. Are you ready? Here it is. You are incredibly powerful. Yes, you. Right now, exactly as you are. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Me? Powerful? But I don't feel powerful at all. And that's okay. Most people don't feel powerful most of the time. But feeling powerful and being powerful are two different things. Think about a light bulb for a moment. When it's turned off, it doesn't look very impressive, does it? It's just a piece of glass and metal. But the potential for light is always there. All it needs is for someone to flip the switch. Your inner power works the same way. It's always there, even when you can't see it or feel it. It's a part of you, just waiting to be switched on. And once you learn how to flip that switch, your whole life can light up in ways you never imagined. But what exactly is this power? Where does it come from? Well, this is where things get really interesting. Your inner power is connected to something much bigger than just you. It's connected to the entire universe. Now, I know that might sound a bit strange at first, but think about it this way. Everything in the universe is made up of energy. The stars, the trees, the oceans, and yes, even you. We're all part of this huge, interconnected web of energy. And here's the amazing part. You can tap into this energy. You can use it to fuel your dreams, overcome your challenges, and become the person you've always wanted to be. This is what spirituality is all about. It's about recognizing this connection and learning how to use it. But don't worry, you don't need to become a monk or climb a mountain to access this power. It's much simpler than that. In fact, you're already using this power every day, even if you don't realize it. Have you ever had a gut feeling about something, or a sudden flash of inspiration, or maybe you've experienced a moment when everything just seemed to click into place? Those are all examples of your inner power at work. The problem is, most of us only use a tiny fraction of this power. It's like having a Ferrari but never taking it out of first gear. Sure, you can still drive around, but you're missing out on so much potential. So, why don't we use more of this power? Well, remember those clouds we talked about earlier? The stress, the anxiety, the feeling of being lost? They're not just blocking your inner power. They're also blocking your connection to this universal energy. It's like trying to listen to a radio with a lot of static. The music is playing, but you can't hear it clearly. Our job is to clear away that static, to strengthen our connection to this universal energy. And when we do that, amazing things start to happen. You might find that you start to trust yourself more. You might notice opportunities that you never saw before. You might feel more peaceful, more confident, more alive. This is what it feels like when you start to awaken your inner power. Now, I want to be clear about something. This isn't about becoming a completely different person. It's not about changing who you are at your core. Instead, it's about becoming more of who you truly are. It's about peeling away the layers of doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. Think of it like this. Imagine you're a beautiful statue, but over the years, dust and grime have built up on your surface. Awakening your inner power is like cleaning away that dust and grime. You're not changing the statue. You're revealing its true beauty. This process of awakening your inner power is a journey, and like any journey, it takes time and effort. But I promise you, it's the most rewarding journey you'll ever take, because at the end of this journey, you'll find yourself, the real you, the powerful you. And here's the best part. You don't have to wait until the end of the journey to start seeing benefits. Every step you take towards awakening your inner power will bring positive changes to your life. It's like climbing a mountain. Yes, the view from the top is amazing, but the climb itself, with all its challenges and victories, is what makes you stronger. So how do you start this journey? How do you begin to awaken your inner power? Well, the first step is to become aware. Aware of your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. Aware of the world around you and your place in it. This awareness is like turning on a flashlight in a dark room. Suddenly, you can see things that were always there, but hidden from view. And as you become more aware, you'll start to notice signs that your inner power is awakening. These signs might be subtle at first, but they're incredibly important. They're like the first green shoots pushing up through the soil in spring. They show that something wonderful is beginning to grow. In the next part of our journey, we're going to explore these signs in detail. We'll talk about what to look for and how to nurture these early signs of growth. Because once you know what to look for, you'll be amazed at how quickly your inner power can bloom. Remember, this power has been inside you all along. It's your birthright as a human being. And now, it's time to claim it. Are you ready to see just how amazing you can be? Let's continue our journey and discover the signs that your inner power is awakening. Certainly. I'll continue with the next 3 sections of the script, following the same style and tone as before. Now that we understand what inner power is and why it's so important, let's talk about how you can tell if your inner power is starting to wake up. It's kind of like watching a flower bloom. At first, the changes are small, but they're the start of something beautiful. One of the first signs you might notice is that you start to feel more peaceful. Even when things around you are chaotic, you find a calm spot inside yourself. It's like standing in the eye of a storm. Everything might be swirling around you, but you feel steady and strong. Another sign is that you start to trust yourself more. You know that gut feeling we talked about earlier? Well, you start to listen to it more. Instead of always looking to others for answers, you start to trust your own wisdom. It's like you have a wise friend living inside you, and you're finally taking their advice. You might also notice that you're becoming more aware of your thoughts and feelings. It's like you're watching a movie of your own life, but now you can see behind the scenes. You start to understand why you do the things you do, why you feel the way you feel. And with this understanding comes the power to make changes. Here's another interesting sign. You might find yourself drawn to new things. Maybe you suddenly want to learn about meditation, or you feel called to spend more time in nature. Or perhaps you start noticing little coincidences that seem meaningful. These are all signs that you're tuning into something bigger than yourself. You might also notice changes in your relationships. As you become more in touch with your inner power, you naturally start to attract people who are on a similar journey. And your existing relationships might change too. You might find it easier to set boundaries, to say no to things that don't serve you, and to surround yourself with positive influences. One really exciting sign is that you start to see possibilities where before you only saw problems. It's like putting on a pair of magic glasses that let you see solutions everywhere. This doesn't mean your problems magically disappear, but you start to approach them with a new attitude, a new sense of confidence. Now, here's something important to remember. These signs might show up in different ways for different people, and they might not all happen at once. This isn't a race or a competition. Your journey is unique to you. The key is to start paying attention, to become more aware of what's happening inside you. And don't worry if you're not seeing these signs yet. Remember, we're just at the beginning of our journey. In the next part, we're going to talk about some simple techniques you can use to start awakening your inner power. These are practical tools that you can start using right away to tap into your inner strength. All right, now comes the exciting part. We're going to talk about some simple but powerful techniques you can use to awaken your inner power. These are like keys that can unlock the incredible potential inside you. The first technique is something you're doing right now. Breathing. Yes, breathing. But we're going to do it with awareness. This technique is called mindful breathing, and it's a great way to center yourself and connect with your inner power. Here's how you do it. Find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Close your eyes if you want to. Now, take a deep breath in through your nose. Feel your belly expand as you breathe in. Then, slowly breathe out through your mouth. As you breathe out, imagine you're releasing all your stress and tension. Do this for a few minutes, focusing all your attention on your breath. If your mind wanders, and it probably will, that's okay. Just gently bring your attention back to your breath. This simple exercise can help calm your mind and bring you into the present moment, where your power lives. The next technique is visualization. This is like daydreaming with a purpose. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and imagine a place where you feel completely safe and peaceful. It could be a beautiful beach, a quiet forest, or even a cozy room. Use all your senses to make this place feel real. Now imagine there's a bright light in the center of your chest. This light represents your inner power. See it glowing brightly. filling your whole body with warmth and strength. Feel this power flowing through you, making you feel strong and confident. Spend a few minutes enjoying this feeling. Another powerful technique is gratitude. This might sound simple, but it can have a huge impact on your life. Each day, take a few moments to think about 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for a delicious cup of coffee, or for a friend who made you laugh, or for the comfortable bed you slept in. When you focus on gratitude, you start to shift your attention from what's wrong in your life to what's right. This positive focus helps to clear away those clouds we talked about earlier, letting your inner power shine through. Here's a technique that can really help boost your confidence: positive self-talk. We all have an inner voice that comments on everything we do. Sometimes this voice can be pretty negative, telling us we're not good enough or that we can't do things. But we can change this voice. Start by paying attention to what you say to yourself in your mind. When you notice negative self-talk, stop and change it to something positive. Instead of, "I can't do this," try saying, "I'm learning and improving every day." Instead of, "I'm not good enough," say, "I am worthy and capable." It might feel a bit strange at first, like you're not being honest with yourself. But remember, you're not lying to yourself. You're choosing to focus on your potential rather than your limitations. And as you do this more and more, you'll start to believe these positive statements. They'll become your new truth. The last technique I want to share is journaling. This is a powerful way to connect with your inner thoughts and feelings. Each day, take a few minutes to write down your thoughts. Don't worry about spelling or grammar. This is just for you. Write about your dreams, your fears, your hopes. Write about what makes you happy and what you're struggling with. As you write, you might be surprised at what comes out. You might discover thoughts and feelings you didn't even know you had. Journaling can help you process your emotions, gain clarity on your goals, and track your progress as you awaken your inner power. It's like having a conversation with your deepest self. Now, you might be wondering how often you should practice these techniques. The answer is, as often as you can. But don't put pressure on yourself to do everything perfectly right away. Start small. Maybe begin with 5 minutes of mindful breathing each day, or write in your journal for a few minutes before bed. The key is consistency. It's better to do a little bit every day than to do a lot once in a while. Think of it like watering a plant. A little water every day will help it grow strong and healthy. Too much water all at once might overwhelm it. As you practice these techniques, you'll start to notice changes. You might feel calmer, more focused, more in tune with yourself. These are all signs that your inner power is awakening. But remember, this is a journey. Some days you might feel really connected to your inner power. Other days, it might feel harder to access. That's okay. It's all part of the process. Now, let's talk about something really important: the challenges you might face as you work on awakening your inner power. Because let's be honest, if this was easy, everyone would be doing it all the time. One of the biggest obstacles you might face is doubt. You might start to question whether this inner power stuff is real. You might wonder if you're just fooling yourself. This is totally normal. Our minds are used to the way things have always been. So when we start to make changes, a part of us resists. When doubt comes up, remember this: doubt is just a thought. It's not a fact. Just because you think something doesn't mean it's true. When you notice doubt creeping in, take a deep breath and remind yourself of why you started this journey. Think about the signs of awakening you've noticed, no matter how small they might seem. Another common obstacle is impatience. We live in a world of instant gratification. We're used to getting things quickly, but awakening your inner power is more like growing a garden than ordering a pizza. It takes time. You plant the seeds by using the techniques we talked about. You water them regularly by practicing consistently, and then you need to be patient as they grow. If you find yourself getting impatient, try to shift your focus from the end goal to the journey itself. Enjoy the process of discovering more about yourself. Celebrate the small changes you notice. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Fear is another big obstacle that many people face. As you start to connect with your inner power, you might find that it pushes you out of your comfort zone. You might feel called to make changes in your life, to try new things, to let go of old habits. And that can be scary. When fear comes up, it's helpful to remember that it's often a sign that you're growing. Think of fear as a signpost that says, something important is happening here. Take a deep breath, acknowledge the fear, and then gently move forward anyway. You don't have to be fearless to be powerful. You just need to be willing to feel the fear and take action anyway. Sometimes the people around us can be obstacles too. As you start to change and grow, some people in your life might not understand. They might question what you're doing or why you're changing. This can be really tough, especially if it's coming from people you care about. Remember, their reactions are often more about them than about you. They might be feeling uncomfortable because your changes are making them question their own lives. The best thing you can do is to stay true to yourself. Keep focusing on your own growth. As you become more connected to your inner power, you'll naturally attract people who support your journey. Another obstacle you might face is setbacks. There might be days when you feel like you're not making progress, or even like you're going backwards. Maybe you'll slip back into old habits or negative thought patterns. This is all part of the journey. When you face setbacks, be kind to yourself. Remember, you're human. We all have ups and downs. Instead of beating yourself up, see these moments as opportunities to practice self-compassion. Treat yourself like you would treat a good friend who's going through a tough time. Lastly, one of the biggest obstacles can be our own success. This might sound strange, but hear me out. As you start to awaken your inner power, you might find that your life begins to change in positive ways. And sometimes this can be scary. We get used to our problems, our limitations. They become comfortable, like an old sweater. The idea of letting them go and stepping into our full power can be intimidating. If you find yourself holding back from your own success, take a moment to check in with yourself. What are you afraid might happen if you fully step into your power? Often, bringing these fears into the light can help dissolve them. Remember, overcoming obstacles is part of the journey of awakening your inner power. Each obstacle you face and overcome makes you stronger. It's like working out at the gym. The resistance is what builds your strength. So when you face obstacles, and you will, don't get discouraged. See them as opportunities to flex your inner power muscles. Each time you push through doubt, practice patience, face your fears, stay true to yourself, bounce back from setbacks, or embrace your own success, you're growing stronger. And here's a powerful secret. The more you overcome obstacles, the more confident you become in your ability to handle whatever life throws at you. This confidence is a clear sign that your inner power is awakening. It's like a muscle that gets stronger every time you use it. So, embrace the obstacles. Welcome them as part of your journey, because on the other side of each obstacle is a stronger, more powerful you. Now that we've talked about awakening your inner power and overcoming obstacles, let's explore something really exciting: how this journey affects your whole life. This is what I call the ripple effect. Imagine throwing a pebble into a calm lake. What happens? The pebble creates ripples that spread out across the entire surface of the water. Your inner power works the same way. As you awaken it, the effects ripple out into every area of your life. Let's start with how it affects your mindset. As you connect more with your inner power, you'll likely notice a big shift in how you think. Problems that used to seem huge might start to look more manageable. You might find yourself focusing more on solutions than on obstacles. It's like you've adjusted the lens through which you view the world, and suddenly everything looks a bit brighter. This shift in mindset can have a huge impact on your emotions. You might find that you're not as easily upset by small things. You might feel a deeper sense of peace and contentment, even when life gets challenging. It's not that you never feel negative emotions. That's part of being human. But you might notice that you bounce back more quickly when you do. Now let's talk about how this ripples out into your relationships. As you become more connected to your inner power, you naturally become more authentic. You're less likely to pretend to be someone you're not just to please others. This authenticity can lead to deeper, more meaningful connections with people. You might also find that you're better at setting healthy boundaries. You're clearer about what you will and won't accept in your relationships. This doesn't mean you become selfish. In fact, many people find that as they connect with their inner power, they become more compassionate and understanding towards others. In your work life, you might notice some big changes too. As your confidence grows, you might feel more comfortable taking on new challenges. You might speak up more in meetings, or finally go after that promotion you've been wanting. Or maybe you'll feel inspired to start that business you've been dreaming about. Even your physical health can be affected by awakening your inner power. Many people find that they naturally start to take better care of their bodies. You might feel motivated to eat healthier foods, to exercise more, or to get enough sleep. It's like your body and your inner power are working together to help you feel your best. One of the most profound effects of awakening your inner power is how it changes your sense of purpose. You might start to see your life from a broader perspective. Instead of just going through the motions day by day, you might feel a stronger sense of why you're here and what you want to contribute to the world. This sense of purpose can be incredibly motivating. It can give you the strength to push through challenges, to keep going when things get tough. It's like having a North Star guiding you on your journey. Now, I want to share a personal story with you. Share a brief personal anecdote about how awakening your inner power transformed an area of your life. For example, how it helped you overcome a fear, achieve a goal, or improve a relationship. This story is just one example of the ripple effect in action. And the amazing thing is, as your inner power grows, these ripples keep spreading. You might find that you start inspiring others around you. Your friends or family might notice the positive changes in you, and feel motivated to start their own journey of self-discovery. And here's something really beautiful to think about. As more and more people awaken their inner power, it creates a ripple effect in the whole world. Imagine a world where everyone is connected to their inner strength, living with purpose, and treating themselves and others with compassion. That's the kind of world we can create, one awakened person at a time. So remember, when you work on awakening your inner power, you're not just doing it for yourself. You're contributing to something much bigger. You're playing your part in making the world a better place. Now, we've talked about a lot of powerful ideas in this video. We've explored what inner power is, how to awaken it, and how it can transform your life. But here's the thing. Knowledge alone isn't enough. To really experience the benefits of your inner power, you need to take action. So I want to challenge you to start your journey today. Right now, in fact. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because that perfect moment is now. Here's what I want you to do. First, choose one of the techniques we talked about earlier. Maybe it's mindful breathing or visualization or gratitude. Pick the one that resonates with you the most. Then, commit to practicing it every day for the next week. It doesn't have to be for long. Even 5 minutes a day can make a big difference. Next, I want you to pay attention to the signs we discussed. Keep an eye out for those moments of peace, those flashes of intuition, those times when you feel more connected to yourself and the world around you. Write them down if you can. Keeping track of these signs can be really motivating as you continue your journey. Remember, awakening your inner power is a process. It's not about being perfect. It's about making progress, one step at a time. So be patient with yourself. Celebrate your small victories. And if you face obstacles, which you probably will, use the strategies we talked about to overcome them. Now, I have a special request for you. In the comments below this video, I want you to share one thing you're going to do to start awakening your inner power. It could be one of the techniques we discussed, or maybe something else you've thought of. By sharing your commitment, you're not only making it more real for yourself, but you're also inspiring others who are on this journey. And if you've already started this journey, I'd love to hear about your experiences. What changes have you noticed? What challenges have you faced? Your story could be exactly what someone else needs to hear to start their own journey. Lastly, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. We'll be exploring more topics like this in future videos, and I'd love for you to join us on this journey of growth and self-discovery. Remember, you have incredible power within you. It's always been there, waiting for you to tap into it. And now that you know how to access it, nothing can stop you. So go out there and shine your light. The world needs your unique gifts and talents. We've come to the end of our journey today, but in many ways this is just the beginning for you. We've explored the incredible power that lies within you, waiting to be awakened. We've talked about what this inner power is, how to recognize the signs that it's awakening, and practical techniques to tap into it. Remember, your inner power is not something you need to create or find. It's already there, inside you. It's been there all along. All you need to do is remove the barriers that have been blocking it and let it shine through. This journey of awakening your inner power is one of the most rewarding journeys you can take in life. It's a journey of self-discovery, of growth, of becoming more fully yourself. And as you embark on this journey, you'll likely find that your whole life begins to transform. You might face challenges along the way. There might be times when you doubt yourself, or when you feel like you're not making progress. But remember, these challenges are not obstacles to your journey. They're part of your journey. Each challenge you overcome makes you stronger, more resilient, more connected to your inner power. And the beautiful thing is, as you awaken your inner power, you don't just change your own life. You create a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. Your growth inspires others to grow. Your light helps others find their own light. So I encourage you to take that first step. Start today. Use the techniques we've discussed. Pay attention to the signs. Be patient with yourself, but also be persistent. Trust in the process and trust in yourself. Remember, you are more powerful than you know. You have within you everything you need to create the life you desire. And now that you know this, truly nothing can stop you. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of inner power. I believe in you, and I'm excited to see how you'll shine your light in the world. Until next time, keep awakening your inner power and watch as your life transforms in amazing ways.